Hello, everybody. Today is Friday, August the 15th.
Dang,
Got it right. And I am Keisha. I'm one half of the host of the Regal Mindset podcast show. Go ahead, Jay.
I am Joy, the coach. I am the other half of the Regal Mindset, and we got a conversation for you today.
For sure, for sure. Well, it falls under one of our pillars, like
Mhm,
we've been, educating everybody. Uh, this platform is dedicated for the whole well-being of the LGBTQ community. And
mhm,
with that being said, we focus on, of course, family, right? We both have families. Finances are important in order to maintain some sort of
mhm.
lifestyle, and then, of course, mental and physical health. So tonight we're talking about getting into that bag,
The
okay?
bag, the
Okay.
bag.
Listen, we trying to give y'all some side hustles that will allow you the affordability to leave your day job, right? I don't know who else is ready, but raise your hand if you're ready in the back. That's what I'm talking about.
I've
So
been ready.
okay, man, listen, it can't come fast enough. It just cannot. But listen, we've talked about finances before from a different perspective or a different
Mhm,
lens. But in tonight's research, I was quite surprised actually
mhm.
at some of the things that I found. I don't know about
Right.
you, but I really was.
You know, a lot is being directed toward the side hustle.
Yeah,
So yeah, like I was like, oh, I wouldn't have thought about that. Oh,
yeah,
okay, I see that. So
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah. Well, what shocked me, I think, was the amount of money, and of course, we looked up some facts, and we'll sprinkle them in, here and there.
Mhm.
But the amount of money that these side hustles have made, so it's just proven track records, right? So we're not
Right,
giving you, the mobile car wash thing. Not that that's not a bad thing, but it's not making the numbers that we about to talk about tonight. So we about to
right.
give you some good juice.
But if I could, I want to make sure I add this little caveat.
Yeah.
One, we have to understand that the goal is not to be a 9 to 5. We're realizing as we're growing and as we've been teaching you all about finances, money, wealth, that you don't get that from 9 to 5. Even the Bible tells us, it says, labor not to be rich. So, the Bible talks about diversification, and these are things that we've been giving y'all on a consistent basis. So, even though we're introducing side hustles, we need it to where you're going to pivot it from a side hustle to your main hustle, in order to eliminate the need to be on a 9 to 5, because we as a community will never be able to flip the scales until we are no longer consumers. We need to be the ones that they're consuming from. And these are opportunities where you can participate in, to where you are now in the manufacturing and production side of the economy, and not just the consumer side. Because Black people, come on, let's get it together. You already know we
Yeah.
are the number one consumers, but we own the economy by what, $3 trillion now, I think. Like, come on, let's not continue to, I'm gonna say, spend it, because you're giving it out without end or without point. We need to be on the point where they're paying us,
Yeah.
and these are opportunities where they can pay us.
Yeah. Well, so and that's a great point. I want to also add to just on a or piggyback, I should say, is like you said, transition or pivot into that replacing the 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is ideal. Well, again, we're not saying that you should go and leave your 9 to 5 tomorrow, put in your 2 weeks notice because you found some information on the Regal Mindset podcast show. What we are saying
Mm-hmm.
is responsible about where you and your family are and figure out what is going to be something that you all can commit to, that you can
Right.
build, and then like you said, navigate into that space where it does replace the income that you had for your 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
if not exceed, right? So I said
Exactly.
replace and exceed, because we can live an abundant life, absolutely. So with that being said, I want to just say I just did a couple Google searches, and I did some AI research, and the amount of money that these businesses are able to generate is mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I just knew that real estate was number one. It is not.
Mm-hmm.
It is still good. The numbers
Mm-hmm.
are good, but it is not number one.
Because
I was shocked.
I don't think real estate is a side hustle. That is, real estate requires too much of you to be side. So I can understand that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I was thinking at it from the perspective of um a portfolio, right? So you may have some
Mm-hmm.
investment properties or doors. You may have some REITs. You may have some Airbnbs. So that's the lens that I was actually thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it is on the list, but it ain't number one.
Mm.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna list them out and then we can break them down. And then you guys can, again, you're welcome to go do your own research in terms of how much these side hustles uh, are bringing in and what is, what work for you or what's realistic
Mm-hmm.
for you. So the first one I got is freelance consulting or coaching. That okay, listen, you and I both are already in the space, right? I'm
Listen.
crafting minds right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been in this space for quite some time. Did you
Right.
know that that was going to be something that, in 2025 that was going to replace?
Mm-hmm.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, big coaching as a service.
Yeah.
Remember, as we continue to went down genres and of industries, it went from software as a service. Everybody was getting into tech. Now it's coaching as a service. It's a
Yeah.
legitimate industry,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're trying to regulate it because when I got in, you didn't need a certificate.
Yeah.
Now there was companies that was offering it, but it wasn't a requirement.
Right.
Now they got companies that are like, no, we're accredited. You should get it from us.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, you're 100% correct. And I think it's what is driving that is that we're realizing that the knowledge and information that we have, the gifts and talents that we
Hmm.
have, we can teach that to someone else. And in teaching that to someone else, we can package that in such a way that we're able to monetize off of that time and time and time again,
Hmm.
which makes perfect sense to
Absolutely.
me. But again, I didn't look at it in such a way, and I think in a large part, a lot of people, they have conversations or they are working in the therapy or as a therapist, or they may have gone to school for X amount of years, and they're
Hmm.
looking at this like, well, how is it they can make way more money than I am, and I have my own practice? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I think there's some room for discussion there, but I was just mind blown as to the amount of dollars that the freelance consulting and or coaching services
Hmm.
offers. I was blown away. So kudos to you for being ahead of that curve and knowing, that these are the things that are coming down the
Yeah.
pipeline and that are going to be valid and important. So and actually the next one, like you said, software development, it's on there too. It's on there from the sense of AI. AI is
Hmm.
like maybe next year it might be number one. I don't know, or maybe by the end of the year. But software
I think
development and
I
web,
think by the end of the year
yeah,
because it's more than just Chat GPT, and I think
yeah,
people who are just seeing AI automatically go to Chat GPT. Do you know how many more out there?
yes, yes.
It's crazy.
Listen, AI can run your entire business to some degree,
Hmm.
right? It can schedule meetings for you. It can give you reporting. I mean, it depends on which one you have
It
uh,
can collect
knowledge.
debts. It do everything.
Okay, send out invoices, take meeting notes, send meeting notes, highlights to each, and dish them out to each team member. I mean, it is crazy the amount of software and development that's coming into fruition based off of AI. It's just
Hmm.
crazy to me. I was blown away. Number three, online courses creation, and
Hmm.
sort of digital products, right? I know I had asked you a while back, hey, did you have any digital products? And again, I did not realize that this company or this industry was making the amount of money that they're making.
Especially on Etsy. Because and I
And
think
that's
it's
just
at a
one.
right, and I think it's at a convenient. Now, Etsy was like the first one I ran across who would do like the downloads, and then you could print out the little gift things and stuff like that. But when you really think about it, it's convenience because I can get you to do something on Canva and I don't have to do it, but I'm gonna pay you $5.99. And if I do this 100 times in a week,
Yeah.
well, I at least pay my car note
Yeah. Yeah.
and just books because now they got the PLR and hint we're giving you places to go, but PLR where you don't have to have licensing to utilize books and stories and coloring books. I didn't know coloring books was a big thing. Now that one took me by shock, where you can create a coloring book on Canva and put it on Amazon, and Amazon will print it and send it out when
Send
it's
it.
paid for. We remember the
Great.
get with the chef that we
Yeah.
had.
Waukee.
She had a cut, yeah. So it's like I was shocked when
Me
it came
too.
down to this. I knew about ebooks, but they're taking it to, I mean, even our websites with the print on demand.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mind blowing. Yeah. No,
Mind
you're
blowing.
absolutely right. Yeah. I have ventured into the digital marketing space myself. I have created several uh books, workbooks, and I'm creating, like I said, a course. But the fact
Mhm.
that people are able to create a piece of content, right? Let's say you're really good at, I don't know, making beats, right? You're
Mhm.
really good at making beats. You can create a course, market that on social media. They go click on a link in your bio and buy your course and teach themselves how to make music, how to make beats.
Mhm.
And then 25 other 100,000 people can do the very same thing. And you created it only one time.
One time, and that's recurring, residual, and passive income that we're talking about. People, and those are three different categories. They're
Yeah.
not the same.
Yeah.
What she's talking about is recurring because if you go into communities like school
Yeah.
and Patreon, those are recurring because they got subscriptions. Residual is something you sell and you're getting dividends from, things like that. Passive is like stocks, money you getting from stocks and stuff like that. But yeah, recurring. This money is coming in whether you do something or not.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, if you want to sell, that's three streams of income right there
Hmm.
with one product. If you want to teach other people how to do the same exact thing you did, now that's another stream of income. That's four different things, four different ways you can eat off of one idea, one skill.
One skill.
One that is crazy to me.
And don't do it as a bad skill. Because I don't know if you've seen the lady Cheryl Hodges, the black lady that's going to prison because she did a community teaching people how to scam. So they were signing, and it said how to scam. It was on there. People
She's
were paying,
honest.
they signed up $27 to be in her group, her Patreon. And she's literally telling them how to scam EBT, walking them through the steps, and she in prison. So listen, do it right. If you got good information,
Yeah.
don't teach people how to scam Chase, Navy Federal. Let's be bigger than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cheryl Hodges.
Yeah.
You put a
Well,
little money on her books.
right, and not to mention, like, if I recall, there was a time, a period where you go up and down your social media feed, and everybody's fixing credit. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea why did they all get the same book, and they just
Mm-hmm.
read the a PLR. They revamped some pages, changed some words, and said, and now you all of a sudden you're an expert. Do it in
Mm-hmm.
something that you know and have an extensive amount of experience, knowledge, and education.
Well, that's the simple. That's the microwave. That they can literally take something, change the name on it, and put it out to their audience.
Hmm.
Because just because it didn't, the person you got it from, all of your people don't follow that person. So you could take it and you can reproduce it. However, people like us that are mature, and we need an end goal. You
Yeah.
can't just say you're gonna fix our credit. I need some finality after that. Are you getting me business credit? Are you getting me funding? Or what is the next step? I don't just tell me I'm gonna fix your credit
Yeah.
because what they're not telling you is the full story. They think you can 7 to 21 days, your credit to be here. No, it don't happen like that for everybody. Then you're gonna be mad. because you paid somebody $1,000 and you didn't get the results.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's ideally you want them to continue to come back to you, right, and spend more
Mhm.
money with you. So it would make sense the lifetime value of that relationship be something that you created that adds value to their life, right? They understand, they can see the transformation in not just your life but their life with what the knowledge that you've shared with them. So
Mhm.
again, we're not going down the scam route. We
But
trying to
a lot of
build legacy.
right, but a lot of people don't see the value in it. And I think those people, like you said, they're creating a customer base, but what they're missing is the full disclaimer.
Mhm.
Because us always want quick fast. We
Yeah.
don't hear the ending part. So we're saying 7 to 10 days I can get my credit done, but they don't tell you you can't get the cars and you can't get the houses for 3 to 6 months because you still got to show good payment history. They don't give you the full scope. So then what happens is these people are getting sued and getting arrested for fraud because you're not giving people the full kit and caboodle because you're afraid to tell them the truth. But if you tell them the truth and let somebody make an informed decision, then you got it on record. This is what I said. This is what I can and can't do. This is where it could be illegal. And if that person want to take a risk, then charge them a premium for taking the risk. I mean, but at least you can't get in trouble because you say, oh, it's right here in the contract. When I
Yeah.
sent them the invoice, it's clear right here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that, and I can respect that. I can't get down with old girl that's in the jail. Like I just don't want. I would
I'm
never
so
want to be
disappointed.
associated with sending a bunch of my people into a situation that they gain that they worse off from than where than when they met me. You know what I'm
And she
saying?
the
Like
only one. But that's the
that's
whole thing.
crazy to me.
She the
But
only,
she's
only one that
teaching
went to
them how
jail.
to scam versus teaching them how to, like you said, something that is going to add value, how to fix their credit,
Legitimate.
how to
Hmm.
build business credit, how to build a business. Something like, come on, that's what you got
Right.
to do.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it's sad. It's 100% sad. But that is the generation
Yeah,
that we're living in, that they want things quick, fast, in a hurry.
yeah.
I don't know how many YouTuber influencers are going to jail for fraud. They're doing trafficking because they're
Ooh,
showing a lifestyle, but then when they get stopped at the airport, they got stuff on them. And so it's a lifestyle that they're trying to perpetrate as if we care. We don't care. I don't care about the car, the Corvette you're sitting on, because I don't want one. I'm too big to squeeze in and out that car. So
that
it's
part.
not exactly. We too old. My knees hurt. I need to be able to walk out. That's why I got a truck so I can walk out of it. I don't need to roll out of a car. So you're not. So, and me personally, and this is just something that I notice when I see people offering things, and I'm a typical consumer. If it interests me, I'm probably going to buy it or I'm gonna buy the course or something like that. I got so many courses that I bought.
Yeah, me too.
I done you got $7, $10, 17. I've done them all. But my thing is now I'm a little bit more wiser and I look at okay, I don't care if you're sitting here advertising with the phone and I see your screen and you act like you're making a call, you're trying to scam me because you don't have to sell me on stuff like that. If you're everything about showing up on a car and you got a stack of credit cards like this, I'm gonna teach you how to get. No, you're not. You're gonna teach me how to get these cards so that I can withdraw every piece of dollar from it. And next thing you know, I'm being in debt 100,000 times worse because I done maxed out every card. So you have to look for these little things to say whether or not this person is giving you valuable information.
Mhm.
Is there any truth in it? And what you can verify. Because you should not just be willy nilly and out there thinking because you want their life. Find your own life. Because every hustle that is being put out now, it's not for everybody. Pick one that works for you.
Absolutely,
These
absolutely.
people going to jail. That's all I can say. They're going to jail.
Listen, all I know is I ain't buying nobody no Newports. I ain't doing it. That's
So
even if they
Udo,
sell Newports anymore. I don't even know.
Udo noodle. I ain't get you no Udo noodle.
Or a honey
Mm-mm.
bun.
Exactly. So sweetie, go. I ain't doing
Okay.
that.
Listen, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't writing no letters either. Um,
Mm-mm.
so that was number three, right? Number four, e-commerce and drop shipping. Now, drop shipping I thought was almost out the door, but they still holding on.
They holding on, but them suppliers been kind of
Yeah. Well, it's only because well, let me say, my opinion is because the
mm-hmm,
new administration that's in office now
mm-hmm,
and all the tariffs that they've added on the different or the various countries, right? So although e-commerce and drop shipping is still a lucrative business,
mm-hmm.
I would just be very mindful and very cautious, right? It may not be my only source of income,
But
right?
now the good thing is TikTok,
Yeah.
when this whole tariff thing went off, China got real. And now they're telling you which ones are, and they allow you to come out there and see it. So you, if you do your due diligence,
Yeah.
you can find the right one because you
Yeah.
won't be getting stuff like on Wish. You thinking you buying this, and all you getting is a cap because you
Listen,
didn't
they got me a
read.
couple times.
Yeah, you're like, what is this? You think you get a sofa for $27 and it's a Barbie sofa? You mad? Wish used to get us all the time.
Listen, it's a couple vendors online on Facebook. It's a couple of them. There, I would never give them $1. They could send me stuff for free for the next 10 years. I don't want it.
Listen, okay, personal story. When I got the frat gifts, the Zeus plaques,
Uh-huh.
that is not the way it was advertised. They said the Zeus plaques was this thick and it was ceramic, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then when I get, I was like, no wonder, no wonder. So yeah, it was supposed to be 3D. It had 3D at the bottom, but so I was got. So anyway,
Read the
yeah.
fine print. No, yeah. I'm right there with you. Listen, Tifu had me like that too. For a long time, I didn't
They
buy
got me
anything off
better.
Temu. They have.
T-Mood, yeah, because I buy a lot of clothes from them. I
They
love it.
have. You're absolutely right. They have definitely. I
Mhm.
will give them their props. They have gotten a lot better. A
A
lot
lot
better.
better.
And also, because I have a print on demand business, right? Shopify
Mhm.
business. They also will allow small businesses to sell on their site as well. Now, I wasn't
Yes,
aware of that. Yeah.
and Shein.
Yeah, well, I don't fool with Shin still. They got a lot to make up. They that's another one. They on the list. Do not buy for me. Now listen, y'all can do what y'all want to do with y'all own coins. But
Mhm.
yeah, so e-commerce and drop shipping is
Mhm.
actually on one of the on the list as well. They're number four. They're
Mhm.
not as high up because at one point e-commerce was banging.
But
I
people
mean,
are
people
charging
making
too
a lot of
much
money.
to help you set up your store.
That's
Now they're
true.
trying to charge $20,000 to teach you to set up your store. Like, yeah, no.
Well, because
Mm-mm.
I think they did that initially because that's a one time they set it up, that's a one-time charge. They're not going to eat every day off of that. What they should have done was lowered the cost, and then on the back end, hey, your store's
Make
going to
a
need maintenance.
royalty.
Right.
Yeah.
Your store's going to need maintenance. So if you set up another store, we'll give you, you know what I'm saying, and build more of a
Mhm.
relationship rather than trying to hit everybody over the head with these one-time charges of setup, and
You
then you
could
go on to
do
make your millions. That's
right.
crazy.
You could do 10% for the first year. Say
Yeah.
10% a month for the first year on everything you sell.
Yeah. And the
And it
upfront
has to
cost
be
will
over a
be worth
certain
it.
amount. Right. It has to be over a certain amount so that we know that we're recouping our money.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, but yeah, that's to say, that about e-commerce and drop shipping. The other one is content creation, social media.
Oh
The way
God.
these brand deals and this user generated content is coming rolling through. Listen, it's people that's not even going to college, that don't
Mhm.
have an education degree, they ain't passed a certificate,
Right.
that's making millions through social media
I'm gonna
from
hit you with a
posting
big
every
one.
day.
Them the people that's going around cutting people grass for free,
Yes.
they're making more money by posting videos of them cutting old people grass that's
Yeah.
overgrown or those hoarding cleaning out. They're making so much money off of videos.
So here's what I think is happening with, especially with that. They're making money or streams from YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're making money through brand deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they're making monies if they even have a business, right? Because I don't know if they have a business or not. Some of them depends on, I guess, who you following. There's a couple people I follow that they
Mm-hmm.
do that, but they've been getting in trouble lately with the city ordinance, which is crazy to me. But
But
that's a long
but
story.
that jumps up your views because you want to see what happened. Are you gonna get
Yeah,
arrested? Are they mad? Because I
right.
mean, you know, we like drama,
Yes, that's
and
true.
a lot of them, like the ones that I watch, they don't get brand deals.
Yeah,
Now, now it's a black guy that goes around and put up fences. They call his name Uncle John.
Uncle John. Yep.
Him now he get brand deals. But like
Yes.
the ones, them young ones I seen, they just be
Yeah.
doing the work. But I want to see drama. I want to see you get arrested and then come back and finish your yard.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for the drama.
Yeah. And then they also get money on the watch cost per minute for the watch hours on YouTube. I mean, they, like you said, they are really bringing in the money from people just watching them on YouTube. Go to someone's house, ask them, can they cut their lawn, and they give them the sob story. Well, we can't. I don't have the money, or this, they don't find me, or what have you. But they are raking the money in.
And faceless content.
That's another one. That's
The
also
people,
social
because
media.
I got caught up in that. Them little the baby AI generated babies.
Yes.
Um, people who do meditation music,
Uh-huh.
ocean sounds. Them things be having thousands of views a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Affirmations. Oh, because
Yeah.
I'm on it. I listen to the AI. I mean, the AI created stories, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All of it is entertaining. And
Hmm.
there's, like I said, there's a lots of different options to choose from. There's even one, the AI twins, right? That where you
Hmm.
can recreate yourself as an AI twin, and they run your business, your social media business, and so on and so forth. But we say all of this to say, do your research, figure out what makes sense for you, what, if anything, that you have to offer, and make sure that it's legit so that it can sustain long term,
Hmm.
especially if you're looking to replace your 9 to 5, right?
Because
And that's
remember,
the goal.
because you and some things can go viral. Some things can just get you the right attention. And let's take Rashida. We know Rashida can rap. We knew that when she came out. We-
Uh-huh.
But she has two viral songs. Bubblegum, that was on the Adam Sandler music. It was actually one of his ringtones. And Put a Ring on It. That she did 20 years ago. And now because of TikTok. What other song was that? Sierra, Level Up, came back after
Uh-huh.
all of these years.
Yeah.
They're finding old music and bringing it back like it was yesterday. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like, hold on, wait a minute. I heard that when I was 10.
Yeah, yeah. Or
So,
Chris Brown's Residuals. You know how many people have
yeah.
remade and covered that song?
Hmm.
That's crazy to me.
But it's all about timing
Yeah.
and consistency. And you have to understand that just because it didn't happen, and keep in mind, that is just fall. So when like the demure, that was the height. But now she's trying to find another height. That was her moment.
Yeah.
What remember the black dude, the African? Now he's back over his country because Trump deported him back. Well, he self-deported when they caught up with him.
Okay.
But he used to do the YouTube. He never said a word. But when people would do something dumb, and
Yeah.
he'd be like,
Yeah. He made
he,
oh,
he was the richest YouTuber
yeah. He was.
off of
All
doing
black,
this.
skinny, yeah, skinny guy. Yeah. Young guy too. Yeah.
All you got,
Absolutely.
and another one. Listen, my daughter loved Minnie Mouse toys and all of those YouTube sitting there watching people, adults play with dolls.
Yes.
I don't get it,
Me
but it
neither.
works.
Had them kids glued.
Listen, she got so I went through my phone and I'm like, why am I subscribed to like 20 different toy videos and adults stabbing each other with styrofoam? And I'm like, what? They got these kids in the chokehold and they subscribing.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Subscribe. I see.
And we'll watch every video. What?
So it may be dumb, but if you know that the race cars are in, oh, You know what? It was the Lego. The boy, it was a young boy that started making Lego videos, and Lego sued him and trying to say because he told him, "Why don't you make a where people are into watching people play with Legos?" And Legos tried to sue him. They end up losing because they realized this boy is making us money because
Okay.
he's playing with Legos on YouTube. And then now that went to a Lego movie. They went out to multiple Lego movies. Then it was just like people want to watch kids. People and kids want to watch people play games. What's
Yeah.
the dude that do the streaming university?
On Twitch. Yeah.
You literally sit there 24 hours, 7 days a week, and we are tuned in.
Okay. Listen, that blow my mind. And listen, even what's his name? He's a rapper. It'll come to me in a second. But he gets paid over $160 million just to play video games. The one in
T-Pain,
Florida. Yes.
T-Pain.
I was like, what? He said it would take whoever wants to see him perform F rap. They got to be sending me a check bigger than the one I'm getting for playing these games. And I don't
Exactly.
blame him.
I don't even know how to. I know Duck Hunt,
I'm right there with you,
Oregon
Pac-Man.
Trail. So, but
That's it. Who
people, but
knew?
exactly, but people that are our age and older has to realize times has changed,
Yeah.
and the idea that this administration has is go to school, get a job, be a tax-paying member of society. But that is not the American dream. That is an American lie. The American dream is for you to do what they do, establish a business, become a business entity, and avoid taxes. And if you get
Hmm.
in debt, file bankruptcy. That is the American dream. Everybody that is in those tax brackets has done that. So
And
it's
rinse and
okay.
repeat it.
And they rinse and repeat. They get more
Yeah.
money, hide it in trust, hide it in offshore accounts. File bankruptcy. Okay, I can't pay y'all back. The vision I had dropped, and you can't be afraid to try stuff. Risk is always in order, and I can't hit this home enough. Trump is a risk taker. That's why, regardless of how dumb he looks, he doesn't care if it fail or go.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
because
Absolutely right.
he knew somebody gonna say, you know what, that's Trump. At least he gonna try.
Yeah.
So you would be dumb not to try because you already preconceived that it's going to fail.
Yeah.
This man made vodka that didn't sell. He came out with shoes. He came out with clothes. He came out with cologne. He came out with hotels. What haven't this dude come out with that didn't? He came out with an airline. He came out. What did he come out with? And ain't none on worked. But he don't. He gonna try something else tomorrow because he came out with Trump, the Trump coin. Ain't nobody buying that.
I can
He
just say
don't
I'm not.
care.
Yeah. No, I
He don't
agree.
care.
Yeah. I agree.
And if you get the audacity, you will win. You have to have the audacity to say, I don't care if it fails, because it's how you see failure. And a lot of these hustles don't happen overnight. They're not get rich schemes.
Yeah. You definitely got
You
to do the
put
work.
you put in work, you have to, and they're not free because you got to pay for a website, you got to pay for hosting, you got to get your name, you got to get
Funnels.
all, and funnels are not cheap.
Okay.
Automation, all of that, like
Yeah.
quit playing.
Yeah.
Don't let these people tell you, wake up, get an LLC, go to Navy Federal, get 50,000.
Just to play.
Navy Federal said, nah, we good. Don't come over here with that. You're going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. So listen, again, we like to bring you guys facts. And of course, you're more than welcome to take this information back
Mhm.
and do your own due diligence. But we're gonna kick it off with the monetary amount that has been contributed to each one of these side hustles. Number one, digital products. They bring in it's projected by 2026 that they're gonna bring in 374 billion with a B
Mm,
just
I
for
almost
digital
passed out.
products, which are courses, ebooks, um, manuals, coloring books, 374 billion.
Mhm.
I'm thinking to myself, what could people possibly be still buying? But it's
Mhm.
so many things out there, so many different offers. Next up, we've got print on demand, right? So that's one of my fields, right? Or one of my lines of business. 4.3 billion in 2025. That's already not already happened
Mhm.
so far, right? And we're only in what, third quarter?
Third quarter.
Almost the third. Yeah, third in the middle of the
Mhm.
third quarter. 4.3 billion in 2025.
Them beads
So
are beautiful.
listen, freelance digital services, right? That consists of um what is it? Freelance high demand copywriting material, social media management, video editing, graphic design, blowing, right? Average freelancer earns anywhere from $20 to $150 an hour. 20 to 150. Listen,
Mhm.
I I have a 4-year degree for graphic design. I've not made $150 an hour
You ain't on
in
Fiverr
that.
either.
True. Now, them people on Fiverr, I got my own story about them. Fiverr, we'll talk about them later.
Well, I passed my accounting class when I got my master's, so that's all that matters. I passed everything else, but that one I was struggling because I didn't want to think about it. So
Yeah,
I got some girl in Pakistan. Thank you.
I got you, man. Man, so content creation, brand partnerships. We talked about that earlier, right? And we're still looking for Uncle's nearest, right? Uncle's nearest. I know
Hmm.
you may or may not be
We're
watching
waiting on
now, but you will be. But listen, so user generated content is when
you.
someone
Hmm.
else uses a product or whatever, and they post on their social media platform, and they may tag that person. That's either a partnership, or either maybe they're looking to get a partnership from that person and or from that company, and then they tag them, and then now that's just free advertisement for them, right? Especially
Hmm.
based off the amount of followers and the
That's
watch
TikTok.
time. Yes, absolutely. Anywhere from $100 to $5,000 per video for just creating content you were already going to create.
Anyway, you was gonna use it.
Okay. Coaching and consultant, $20 billion. $20 billion.
Hmm.
They didn't teach us
This,
that in college. They
but
didn't
this
teach
is
us
the
that in high
part.
school.
But this is the part that people are missing. A coach is literally like your teacher. So when you think about it, we're taking you back to school because you didn't want to pay attention when you was in high school. So we're literally giving you the same tools with a little therapeutic approach to do what you should have learned back then.
Yeah, in so many ways. Yeah, absolutely. In so many ways. Now, so listen, you guys can do your own research. I would encourage everybody to take a look at their skills, right? The things
Hmm.
that they are passionate about, the things that they have interest in, and learn that and learn it really well. Be able to teach it, be able to document it, be able to create, whether it's workbooks, ebooks, manuals, whatever that is, or if it's
Hmm.
a course. And that course can consist of Zoom meetings. It can consist of pre-recorded videos. It can consist of many different things. It can be
Teach
all
somebody,
of those things.
teach somebody how to use Excel because I still don't know how to use it. That is the course I probably would sign up for. I still don't know how to create a pivot table right off.
Yeah,
You got to give me a day.
yeah,
I'm not good. But Udemy,
yeah.
um, Skillshare, the school community, YouTube. These are places where you can put in instruct. I literally learned how to use my camera off YouTube. I've learned to change the brakes off of YouTube.
Yeah,
I've diagnosed every vehicle off of YouTube. So, with that being said, there's nothing you can learn or put out there. People trust YouTube.
yeah.
Before
And
eBay
authority.
started getting Before eBay started getting all wacky, eBay was a trusted platform before Amazon jumped up in there.
True. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, eBay used to be it, but then all of a sudden they started becoming Craigslist. You ain't know what you was gonna get. You order a soda, and you get a whole pack of Raid bug spray. You're like, wait a minute, I didn't order this.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know what happened to them. I used to be on eBay as well, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed the auctioning part of it.
Yeah,
Right.
I did.
I don't know why they couldn't sustain. They had a great, I thought, a great business model. They could have, made some changes, as things started to evolve in the tech space. But yeah,
They talk about learn how to fix my washer. Exactly.
yeah, me too. I
You
have
can make
changed many washers.
homemade bug spray off YouTube. You like, but see, I think with eBay, a lot of people they couldn't qualify a lot of the sellers that
Okay.
was on. It's almost the same thing when you go to AliExpress and Alibaba. You
Yeah.
didn't know one seller from the next, and then next thing you know, you order something and it don't come for 3 years, and then next the seller is gone. That's
Yeah.
how eBay was. Now they got eBay verified. They got other people that are verified. So look for the ones that are verified. These are people that have proven themselves in sales or proven themselves in person or whatever to eBay. And if anything go wrong, they will pay you back for it.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But eBay do have some decent stuff
Yeah.
up there. And then it was another one. I can't even think of the name of it. Just Craigslist works.
Ah.
However, this one person I paid like $17 for his course, and his thing was um, put on run an ad on Craigslist that you create that you build website. Your fee is $1,000. People are going to come there and say, I need my website built because they ain't got time to go through GoDaddy. They want it built and brought to them
Done for you.
with, done for you. So what he do is find somebody on Fiverr
Fiverr.
that can do it for $60, but he charges you $1,000. And then he paid Fiverr and he coming out with $940.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought that was a good hustle because
Yeah.
you really got hustle. Because most people are not going to do the research and find somebody to do it.
True. Absolutely
So,
right. Yeah.
so why not capitalize on convenience?
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. My issue with Fiverr is that I don't everybody I want to do business with, I want them to be in the United States. That's one,
I
because there's
don't.
not a language barrier, and there's
Mhm.
not a miscommunication in terms of culture, what it is I'm trying to convey to you, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to have to wait until you wake up if you're in
Mhm.
Pakistan, right? Or
Yes.
Thailand, right? And I don't want to have to keep explaining to you, I'm not sir, don't call me bro,
Mhm.
or I want this style and have to explain to you what this style means. Like I don't want to do all of that.
I
That's
I
my
get that.
preference is United
No,
States.
I get that. I've had one incident like that where I had to let one guy know because I'm like, yeah, I don't know where you get this from. And I think it was a graphic that I had him to do. But I found that dealing with the people in the United States, their prices are 4 times higher
Mm,
and their quality has not always been as great as the ones I can get for $50 or $60.
yeah.
Now, do I look through as many as I can to try to get what I'm looking for and easier to explain? Yes. But the ones from the United States, they've always been pricier for where the platform that I'm on
Mm-hmm.
and their quality. They may say, "Oh, we'll build this," but you only get 2 revisions. Where Patel is giving me 80 revisions. Well, I will utilize all of them 80 revisions until we
Yeah.
get it right.
Yeah.
Like even when I did the moving graphics for Winning Circle, no, Darnell Vincent, dude gave me like 130 videos for like $50.
Yeah.
Thank you, and they was good.
Yeah.
So it's like to eat, you have to weigh those options. I don't mind waiting because I'm on here. I ain't trying to get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But sometimes these people in the United States make you want to cuss them out in American.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then the other downside again to Fiverr is I hired somebody to take my products from Shopify and connect my
Hmm.
TikTok, right? And there's so many not restrictions. There's so many requirements and so many things you have to do. I could do it. It takes forever. I
Takes
don't
too
have that
long.
those that many hours in a day to do it, to devote to this one job. I can't do it. So when I
Mhm.
outsource that part, right, and I don't mind outsourcing an expert, an experienced person. What he didn't do it right. So then I had to go back and had to hire
Mhm.
someone else. So it's always a hit and miss for me. I just, if I have
I
to
get that.
stay away from it, I stay away from Fiverr. Right now, all the other places and resources that you can hire, whether it's a virtual assistant or it's a graphic person, I'm my degree is in graphic design. I can create it or design it myself, right?
Mhm.
But again, I have so many other things that I need to do. Sometimes I have to outsource some things, right?
Mhm.
But if I can, I'll do it myself. Because
Right.
I don't want to have to pay for it twice, and I don't want to have to keep explaining myself. It's just easier for me to do
Yeah,
it.
I get that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get that. And like she said, it's a hit or miss.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
you may
absolutely.
have a good experience. We're not advertising for them. They haven't paid us for anything that we're saying. Nobody we mentioned has paid us, but these are maybe sites that we've used that, maybe you could find of some value. However, disclaimer, do your own research.
Yeah, yeah.
Find what works for you.
Yeah. Well, so one other thing that I want to add to that, right, is like we said, we are trying to give you guys some information that would help, again, remove the 9 to 5 that you have or your day job, and by creating a business yourself that will create generational wealth for you and your family. And by
Hmm.
doing that, you have to kind of balance that hustle, right? Like you and I, we both have day jobs and we have other entrepreneurial tasks and jobs or
Hmm.
responsibilities that we have to do, but there's a balance in that, and sometimes that balance, that doesn't mean you get to clock out at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, right? you know
Because
th-
you're right.
some extra hours.
But see, and if I could, let's put some perspective on side hustles and entrepreneurship, business owner.
Hmm.
When you're an entrepreneur, there is no clock in or out.
Okay.
You're literally doing everything yourself. So you have to understand that it may feel like you're benefiting because you don't have to answer to someone, but you have to be prepared to put in hours and hours and hours of the day. And as you continue to be diligent, you will grow it to where you're a business owner, to where you can start delegating and hiring other people to do these type of work efforts for you.
Hmm.
But you'll start up, or you are the workhorse.
And you financing it.
And it ain't for everybody. But if you can start getting in the mindset of my 9 to 5 is my side hustle that is funding my major passion and my major job or whatever you want to call it, you'll look at things differently. So then you'll be like, okay, because that's how I look at it.
Hmm.
I I am real big on the law of assumption. I'm real big on that. So my job and the people I talk to are my client. Like even though it's a W-2, that's my client because I'm positioning my mind and myself to see it as that because I know that's not where I supposed to be forever. And you have to, it's what it's called reframing.
Hmm.
You reframe the situation. That's why I'm not bothered if I'm passed up over an opportunity. Okay.
Right.
I'm not bothered because I don't plan on being here. But
Right.
those who are, want to grow the corporate ladder, that's fine because everybody's not meant to work a side job.
Hmm.
Everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not meant to be a business owner. But
Yeah.
those that are, we're speaking to you.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this is, but one that I also want to bring up, courier service.
Mm, that's a good
So
one.
and it ain't just, Postmates. It ain't just Instacart. No,
Hmm.
those are the little ninny ones. I'm talking about medical couriers.
Yep.
You're going to pick up somebody's kidneys or somebody's blood, and you getting paid two, $300, $500 a pickup.
Yeah.
So I went when I came here to Florida. I made my appointment. I got my TWIC card so that I can start. Because we want to open up a courier business, especially to help individuals who can't just get a chance.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a background and you can't get hired, well, we got routes that you can pick up. You go and do the route, you get paid your percent. We get paid our percent for dispatching that route out to you. So that's the whole goal of that.
Yeah.
But these are things that you can do to where when they won't hire you because you got a background,
Yep.
you know, and you need to work on expunging your background.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to put that effort in yourself. So that's one. Also, another one of my business in a box is on. I'm starting your own roadside assistance business.
Yep.
These are opportunities where you don't have to be subjected to the man. You can go out there and change a tire. However, if I call roadside assistance and you pull up in a car that's three different colors, no hubcaps on two of the tires, I'm going to ask you to keep going because I don't want you to pull up. You need. I say this in my teaching. You need to be presentable. Don't pull up here looking like you're gonna rob me. It's gonna be me or you. Now let's
That's a
be
good
real, because
point.
I see some of these roadside assistance people, and I'm sitting there like they didn't want to at least get a side. You didn't want to take that to Mako to get a little 2.99 paint job. Like, come on, let's get some pride into this. So yeah, roadside assistance is a good one. Notary services, because they got signing notaries. This ain't people that just do the $2 notary.
Yeah.
These people are mobile. They charge you $45 to come out and 2 minutes to sign the paper. When we sold our property in Florida, the notary came to our house in Baltimore.
Yeah.
She did the paperwork, 20 minutes she was gone, and she got paid like $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
So signing notary. So there's so many other opportunities out there. Oh, one more. Drug testing and
Mm.
DNA testing.
Is that
They
home?
now, yeah, mobile services.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Mobile services. And especially if you can get in with a lot of these warehouses that are
Uh-huh.
24 hours, like Fila and Under Armour. When these
Uh-huh.
people get in accidents, because I used to work for Fila, so I know when they get in accidents, we have to send them out for drug testing.
Yep.
We had a contract with Caserta, but we had to pay for a taxi to drive them to Caserta, and they had to sit there with the manager to get tested. Then we had to come back to the facility. Then we had to send them home. That's too much. You can call a mobile drug tester who is certified through the MDOT or the DOT, depending on where you at,
Mm-hmm.
and they will come and do the drug test right there
On the site. Okay.
and then send them home. How much? So when we talk about Lean Six Sigma, that is what we did. We literally
Streamline.
just we streamlined it. We got rid of waste due to because of time.
Mm-hmm.
So drug testing and DNA is big, especially these hospitals,
Mm.
law offices
Okay.
where they need to come in and do a DNA test. They hire you, you come do the test. You're responsible for sending it in.
Chain of custody. Yeah. That
So
is
these are opportunities that you don't need to have a clean background. Now you can't be filling on baby booties. We're talking about other kind of backgrounds. Like if you got a drug charge, they're
yeah.
really not. They're not looking for that.
That's
Now,
good.
yeah. Now if you need to get a TWIC card, that might be something different. They might do
Yeah.
a little bit further background. But other than that, to be a DNA test or drug test, they don't care.
Yeah.
As long you know. But if you on the SO list,
Huh. That's
don't do
interesting.
it.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
wife has a TWIC card. I had no
To get
idea what
on
it was.
port. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But she has a ID as my dependent from when we moved here, and she was able to get her an ID, so she can go on any military
Hmm.
installation that she needs to. But the TWIC card again allows her to go in more places than I even have access to,
Hmm.
right? Which I have no need to go onto a port unless we go into
A
another country.
cruise.
Okay. Uh, but those are all good points in terms of side hustles again. And I didn't even consider and or think about those who have a little bit of a sketchy or a little bit of a concern background, right? My mindset, my thought process of is getting these people who already have a 9 to 5. Not to say that you can't have a 9 to 5 if you
Hmm.
have, a sketchy background, but people who are in the corporate field, or if they have a job, or if they have a warehouse employment, or they just coming out of college and they work in, in whatever industry, and it's just not making the bills. There's ways and means to be able to create
Mhm.
generational wealth, or create or turn your side hustle into your permanent long-term uh form of income, right?
Right.
Versus having to depend on a W-2 or working for someone else or in someone else's operations.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people overlook them also. Oh, I also think that is overlooked. A lot of people, this is for our nonprofits. If
Mm,
you're in a nonprofit that helps individuals find jobs, things like that, help them get a career,
mm-hmm.
because then you're showing them a different way. Because one thing that we do know about our jail system is that when these people come out of prison, especially if they got drug charges, they can't get financial aid. They can't go back to school. They can't get, go to these vocational schools where it's paid for through financial aid because they can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, if you partner with someone such as us that have business in boxes and can help you on these type skills and give you a different platform for your client, we can. I I know for me, I have financing options to where if they want to go to Lincoln Tech, but got a drug charge, they're out of prison, they can't get financial aid. As long as they got decent credit, I can get them the money to pay for the school so that they can get the CDLs or become HVAC or whatever they need to get. So people have to think outside the box, is my point.
Absolutely.
And if you coordinate with people like us that can help you get resources, instead of telling a person that just getting out of jail that's used to making $1,000 a day, $1,000 a day to go get a job at McDonald's in order to prove themselves so they don't have to go back to prison, that is not common sense. That's not realistic. So
At
you
all.
as a, if you are a nonprofit or a caseworker or social worker, you need to step outside that box. Even if you got someone that's in the VA that is able-bodied, show them how they can earn the money as a self-employed individual to do what they need to do. And so helping them start these type businesses gives them that freedom and in their own schedules, and the way that they can literally be a upstanding citizen in society, as y'all want to put it, and you're actually helping them become self-sufficient and is not at McDonald's.
Right.
Because I can't survive off no $10 an hour when I'm used to making $300 an hour as an employee.
True.
There's no possible way. And then you're not putting them in the best place to be rehabbed and introduced into society, especially if they've been in there for years.
Yeah.
Things have changed. And I really feel that people need to establish plans where you help these people get phones, help them get a vehicle, help them get situated, housing, everything like that, because going to stay at these Motel Sixes don't help people like this.
At all.
But if you can teach them how they say, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for one day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for us to do that, take these side hustles because we are teaching you how to fish, how to get money, whether it's additional, supplemental, or going to be your main thing. So stop fishing and look at some of these opportunities.
Absolutely. I want to say to both you and Shay, if you still in here, if you don't mind, go ahead and put the link to your ebook in the chat, and we will definitely take a look. And Jay, if you don't mind putting, is your course ready? You got it on Stand Store, or can you put the link in the?
Yeah,
Do you
I
mind
will
putting?
have I will have to tag it because I
Okay,
will need to. I want to log off to go get it.
gotcha,
But yeah,
gotcha. Okay, yeah.
but they can
So
always reach out. If you reach out to me, I can send it to you directly. I'm gonna still put it up
yeah,
on our main video. But if you reach out to either me or Keisha, we'll send it to you. And either one of us can help you establish an idea that's for you.
yeah, absolutely,
Coaches, that's our job, is to see how the ball should go from the position you're playing, and we can help you with that.
absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
I put the link to my Beacon store. You can set up a free call, a free consultation call with me. There's some other freebies in the link, so click on it, take what you need. Send me an email if you want to set up a call, and or Shay, thank you, if you don't mind, put the link to your ebook in the chat. But yeah, we are here to help and to serve and to offer any guidance that we can. I've loved the conversation for tonight. Thank you again, Jay, for being the right side of my brain, being able to bring in the conversation or add to the conversation in terms of those people who we sometimes forget, even myself, right? So for bringing that to the forefront and inserting that into the conversation for us. Anything else you want to go ahead?
Yes. Before we sign off,
Yeah.
we are very 100% supportive of our LGBTQIA community along with other communities. But everybody's aware that they're trying to overturn same-sex marriage, and the benefit of marriage is the document the limit of the it limits the documentation you need to be able to have certain things in life with your partner, such as hospital visits, children, wills, trust, all of that. What we're saying is that, and we're going to put it on. We'll make sure it's posted sometime this week. The 9 documents that you need to make sure that as a same sex couple, you have in place that is the same as being married, because they're challenging second parent adoption, which, if I've told my story, I had to do a second parent adoption for my daughter because even though we're married, they still require another level for a non-bio mom to be a parent. Wills and trust, um, medical directives, all of these things, because we want y'all to have. This is something that wasn't intended to talk about tonight, but they're going up for a vote.
It's important. Yeah.
And it's before the Supreme Court. And if they take away the marriage rights, and you're a part of that family where the other family refuse to let you be a part of that family, how they used to be back in the day, and if you're a stud and you don't want to die and be in a dress and heels because your wife couldn't dress you on your last day, you want to make sure that all of your documentation is right. I don't think I would have a problem with that. I don't think you would have a problem with that. But there are some
Wait,
people
wait,
out
wait.
there.
Let's run that back. You said address, right? I got a problem. I got a problem.
No, I have a problem with your family bulldozing your
Oh,
wife,
gotcha.
your final decisions.
Gotcha.
I don't think some of us have that problem, but to be sure, there are families out there that are waiting to say that that's just a friend and not your wife.
That is true.
So we're going to make sure that y'all have that list. I actually got the videos. I just need to write down all the documentation. We want y'all to be covered. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but protect yourself. Make sure that you do what you need. Get it notarized. Get it, I know, right? Get it notarized. Get it, if you need to get an attorney to file it for you, whatever it takes. Don't let these people take away what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. We can put it on the website as well. So regalmindset.com. We'll definitely put it on there, and we're going to link it into the videos that will show up on our page. So make sure y'all continue to follow us. Great stuff, Jay. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, with that's consistent with the whole well-being of the LGBT community.
We care about you.
Yeah, we have to educate ourselves and one another. So if y'all got some good stuff for us, send it to us.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah. And we still accept guests. So I don't want you to think that if you have a topic, remember our conversation points. We love a good gossip. We love a good trend, but it has to be finances, family, mental and physical health. And if you can see where it can benefit a listener or benefit a community, let us know. We don't discriminate.
Yeah.
But we will shut you down if you come wrong. All right. That's it.
All right. Till next time, y'all keep a regal mindset.